Well, yet another round of moisture heads mostly south of Minnesota. A few lucky places got some, but colder air is headed our way for the weekend and snow for northern Minnesota. So the latest drought monitor is out, and more bad news for the state. Now 74% of Minnesota at least in moderate drought. You can see most of the eastern 2/3 of the state in drought, with still some severe and extreme droughts in parts of the state. When we look at the last 60 days, this is percentage of normal precipitation. You can see many areas are seeing just a fraction of normal precipitation, anywhere from about a fifth to maybe a third of normal precipitation. And when we compare the 2 weeks, you can see really what's going on here. Drought really filling in across the Twin Cities, northeastern Minnesota. Those were areas that were not in drought a week ago that have now succumbed to moderate drought. Good news is this time of year we can make it up more easily than once we head into summer. So if we can get a wet pattern, that could change things. But this is the highest proportion of drought since October 3rd. That was the last time we had this high of a percentage of the state in drought. Now, we did pick up a little rainfall in the overnight and morning hours across parts of southern Minnesota, but by far most of this is across Iowa yet again. But Iowa is in drought too. If only we could get a little further north and spread it out. But a large swath of moisture here from Iowa into southern Wisconsin all the way to Detroit, and then the potential for severe weather with that same system farther south today into Arkansas and Oklahoma. But no dice for the Twin Cities and the vast majority of Minnesota. In fact, we're headed for another mild day today. Probably not quite the 60s, though I wouldn't be surprised if we squeeze out a 60, 50s anyway. But we're watching this Clipper system that's going to dive out of Canada late Friday into Saturday. It's going to bring rain showers first, turning to snow showers for northeastern Minnesota with potential accumulation. Not really expecting much moisture here in southern Minnesota, but we are going to get the effects of it. Wind and cold air that's moving in. But we could get a coating of snow, maybe an inch, possibly up to 2 inches in a few isolated spots up on parts of the Iron Range and in the boundary waters along the international border late Saturday into Saturday night. We're going to replace this anomalously warm air with some cold air, legit cold air. In fact, 2 consecutive days of below normal temperatures Sunday and Monday. That hasn't happened since the middle of February. That's how rare below normal temperatures have been. It'll get our attention too. Already becoming breezy tomorrow, windy in northwestern Minnesota, and then it gets windy statewide here on Saturday. We're talking 15 to 30 mile per hour sustained winds. Gusts are going to be as high as 40 here, maybe close to 50 mile an hour wind gusts in northwestern Minnesota. So that cold air is going to be coming in with a lot of noise as it does. And again, a little bit of snow potentially for the northern part of the state. Highs Sunday, just mid to upper 30s here in southern Minnesota. 20s across northern Minnesota, and we're going to see probably temperatures flirting with the teens early Monday morning, even in the Twin Cities, teens in single digits across northern Minnesota for lows. So enjoy a couple more milder days yet before the cold moves in. 58 today, that's still 15 degrees at least above normal. Tomorrow, still in the 50s. The sun's back statewide. It does get breezy though. And then Saturday will be a day of transition. The cold will already be moving into northern Minnesota. I think we'll still squeeze out a 49, 50 degree high maybe in the Twin Cities. But then Sunday, Monday, that is below normal. Not by a lot, but we haven't been near or below normal much. So it will get our attention. It will feel pretty chilly. And then we're back rebounding to at least upper 40s by Tuesday and Wednesday, and really not a lot of moisture in this forecast either that we desperately are needing.